The Love is Blind Season 3 reunion answered many fans' questions about who was still together and who was unlucky in love, with only two couples making it down the aisle and back in wedded bliss. The time between the reunion and the show's finale proved to be just as dramatic as the show itself, as many of the cast members got into heated arguments and rehashed issues they had while on the show. With the reunion over and the season behind them, the Love is Blind cast is moving on with their lives and looking for better days ahead as they explore their new lives either as a married couple or as singles looking for love again. Alexa Althea has already changed her last name and is enjoying life as a newly married woman with Brennan as she adjusts to his country lifestyle, which she is enjoying, according to her Instagram, where she praised Brennan for changing her perspective on life. As part of one of the few couples who are still together from Love is Blind Season 3, Alexa is not afraid to share how happy she and Brennan are together as their marriage has taken over her social media, despite fans having adverse reactions to her on the reunion. Alexa is hopeful for her future and looks forward to building a family with Brennan. Brennan Lemieux. Just like his wife, Brennan is wholly immersed in the honeymoon stage of his marriage and has been blasting his wife all over his social media in a barrage of loving messages and pictures that highlight the couple's life since leaving the show. Brennan has not converted to Judaism, which was a compromise in his relationship, as Alexa is Jewish and makes religion an essential part of her life. The pair is working on finding a balance between their different ways of living and working on becoming better people together. They have their two dogs, which they post about often, even though Brennan doesn't use social media as much as Alexa. Raven Ross proved she was just as dedicated to finding love as she is to her fitness, as she worked out in the pods several times throughout the show. Since her time on the show, Raven is still making fitness her business and posts about it often as her relationship with SK. According to her Instagram, Raven is still a bar instructor and releases workouts on YouTube for people who want to follow her fitness routines. Beyond her business, Raven doesn't share much about her life on socials and stays private about things outside the show. SK Alagbada. Even though SK said no to getting married to Raven on the show, that hasn't stopped SK from expressing his love for his girlfriend and working on his relationship with her. As one of the least dramatic couples on Love is Blind, it is no surprise that SK posts loving messages about Raven on Instagram and doesn't dwell on the show and his experience as a basis for their relationship. As he mentioned on the show, SK is in California working on his master's degree at Berkeley while spending as much time with Raven as he can while they both work on their own goals. SK has been taking speaking engagements about tech and making a career in the tech world. Colleen Reed. Colleen found her happily ever after on Love is Blind with Matt, and since the show, she has been living her best life in Dallas, Texas, while still working as a professional ballerina. Colleen has been very open about her experience on the show and that it wasn't always positive, but she cherishes it as it led her to her husband and the romance she has always dreamed of having. When she isn't preparing to perform, Colleen has been traveling for her friends' weddings and getting to know her husband on a deeper level every day, as their meeting was untraditional and didn't allow for much time to get to know one another. Matt Bolton. Since the show and marrying Colleen, Matt Bolton has been traveling with his wife and spending time with the cast between their Netflix filming engagements. According to his Instagram, Matt works for Leviate Air Group, which he was involved with when coming on the show. Outside of posting about the show, Matt stays off social media and keeps his married life private, with only a few loving posts being put up around the reunion airing. Even though they argued on the show over other people finding Colleen attractive, Matt has left all that behind and is focused on having a happy marriage and furthering his career now that the show is over. Nancy Rodriguez fans on Twitter had some of the best reactions to the Love is Blind reunion, with many people coming to Nancy's defense as they didn't feel her former love match wasn't critiqued enough. But since the reunion and the series, Nancy has been all about positivity and furthering her career as a speech pathologist and real estate investor. Even though the show didn't end in love, Nancy hasn't let it break her spirit and is moving on. Zanab Jaffrey caused a stir at the reunion when she accused Cole of cheating and has faced a barrage of backlash that has trickled down from her social media to all the other cast members' social media accounts. Zanab has embraced her villain persona while simultaneously sharing her love for the other ladies from her season, which has taken over her social media. Since they have broken up, Zanab has remained single and has been enjoying the perks that have come from being on the show. Cole Barnett has received many sympathetic messages after the Love is Blind reunion drama, but he has claimed that he is better because of the experience on his Instagram. Cole has been trying to stay positive after the experience and taking it one day at a time as he continues to post about the show. Cole told Us Weekly that he is in therapy to heal from the experience since the show exposed so much of his life. Bartise Bowden wasn't a part of one of the best couples from Love is Blind, partially because he left Nancy at the altar in a grand fashion that earned him resentment from fans of the show. Even with all the negativity coming his way, Bartise doesn't seem to be bothered by it, as he has made numerous posts encouraging people to leave him negative comments as it is. What I signed up for. Based on his social media, it seems Bartise is enjoying being painted as a villain and will continue to have fun with the name calling as he moves away from the show to do other things like travel, which he has been doing much of recently.